welcome back. Hey, so today I thought we'd talk about what I've been learning in this season. Um, I always thought spiritual warfare was some big dramatic thing. Turns out it can happen in your mind just as well. And that is what has happened to me the last month or so. I just have felt like my mind has, I've been under attack. I'm overthinking every everything to the point that I've just made myself miserable. Y'all ever feel like that? Do you ever overthink everything to the point that you make yourself sick and you end up being your own worst enemy? Because that is where I have been. I thought, we'll start with the first thing I thought. I thought I have a little Bible study group on Snapchat with a couple of friends. And here lately, it felt like they were pulling away and nobody wanted to do it anymore because we haven't actually done a Bible study or had a gratitude or really done much of anything in there. And so I felt like they were pulling away, and it was to the point where I was like, okay, it's my fault they're pulling away. I'm not doing enough, or I did too much, and now I've just put Jesus all up in their face, and I'm too much for them, and now they're pulling away. It's all my fault. I mean, it was ridiculous. Then I thought my bestie, I thought she was pulling away from me, and so now I'm going, well, what did I do? What did I do? I went all the way back from when she came to visit. Was I not a good hostess for the mostest? And you know what? So I finally, after weeks of feeling sick and going over all this in my head, I decided to give it to God. And it was so funny because literally, I lie to y'all not, I wrote that prayer out, I put it in the my prayer board, and about 3 days later, I realized my best friend was not pulling away. She had some things going on with her family in her life that I didn't know about. And she'd been busy too. And I have to remember that. It's not always about me. But it was just funny. As soon as I finally gave it to God, He started answering prayers. And then in my Bible group, we actually started talking and sharing a little bit about what's going on in each other's lives, and realized, okay, everybody's got a lot on their plate. And we realized that, we're all being attacked. We got some spiritual warfare going on that we need to, instead of separate, we need to come together. So somebody in our group suggested we get back to doing a Bible study. And so my group will be starting a Bible study on spiritual warfare soon. And it's like I said, I realized God just started showing me that, it's not always about you, Amanda. It's not always about you. And that sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, I need to give it to Him. If I would come to Him first instead of overthinking and coming up with the most obscene, stupid stuff that make no sense, if I would just come to Him first, I would save myself a whole lot of heartache. That is what I have learned this week with God. And He's talked to me in some other ways as well, like church. I hadn't been to church in a while, and then with Ed working, and I hadn't wanted to go by myself, But I got up today and I made myself go to church, and it was a very good sermon. I was glad I went. Um, but I got in my head too much, and I just started isolating myself. And that's not a good place to be. So if you've ever felt like that, you're not alone. You're not alone. But until next week, I love y'all. I'll be back next week. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to talk to Jesus.